not yesterday morning, but the day before, we woke up to fire. Someone had lit cardboard that was laying around or whatever. They had lit it on fire, and we only had like 2 gallons of water, but I mean, it was smoking pretty hard. It was obvious that it was intentionally set.
Wow, that's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty
So
scary.
that was kind of scary. Yeah.
Jeez. Today we are here in Orange County, California with Carol. Carol, are you originally from Orange County?
No, I am from Indiana,
Oh, okay.
northern Indiana.
And how long have you been out here in California?
1 year. It'll be 13 months. So, yeah.
And what brought you out here?
Honestly, the weather. Yeah, I hate the snow, and I was just ready for change, ready for something different.
So how do you like the weather out here?
I love it. I love it. I never want to leave.
And what's your current living situation?
We have been homeless for probably 2.5 weeks now, going on 3. I have friends that stay at a motel down the way here, and that's where I shower and stuff. But yeah, we sleep under a bridge.
Who's we?
Me and my boyfriend. I'm sorry.
How long have you been with your boyfriend?
3 months. Yeah.
And how do you guys earn money out here?
Well, I don't know about earn money, but I have family back home that will occasionally send money. I do get help from social services, which is just like food stamps. Other than that, he wheels and deals whatever he can, to make a buck off of, and I do the same. If we can fix up a bicycle and resell it, and make a few dollars off it, we've done that before. So.
Have you ever worked a typical 9-to-5 job?
Yes.
What kind of jobs have you had in the past?
I was a secretary for a sewer and septic business back home for about 15 years. I have done factory work. I have bartended. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of different things.
Are drugs currently a part of your life?
Yes, they are.
And what drugs do you use?
Opiates, yes.
So that would be downers like fentanyl?
Yep, fentanyl, yeah.
And how long have you been doing that?
Off and on for 15 years. Yeah. I'm 40 years old. I think I first picked up pain pills when I was 23. So it's been a battle for a while.
Did you start taking them because of an accident, or you just found them?
Yes, I had broken both of my ankles and then all 5 metatarsals on the right foot. And I was on pain. Back then, pain medication was not regulated as much as it is now. You could go to the doctor and say, "Hey, I'm in pain. I need this," and they would give it to you. So it started with Vicodin, of course, and then the dosage kept getting higher and higher and higher, until one day the doctor said I can't do it anymore. And I started buying Oxycontin, I think it was Oxycontin, off the street. So from there, those were really expensive, and from there, just you meet people when you're buying pills off the street. You meet people that tell you, "Oh, hey, this is cheaper. The heroin's cheaper. You might as well do this instead." And that's how it started. I was young. I was not divorced yet, but we were separated, and my husband had went to jail, and I was alone. I think I used the pain pills as kind of like a coping mechanism. I was under a lot of stress. I worked 2 full-time jobs, and I had a child. So it was difficult, and that seemed to help. So,
How does the fentanyl make you feel?
People ask me that all the time, and I can't even say that it feels good anymore, because at this point I'm just maintaining. I'm just using to not be sick. Yeah.
In the past 15 years, have you had sobriety?
Yes. The longest stint of sobriety, I think, was 4.5 years. But I've done, a year here, 10 months here, 6 months there, and I always end up going back. Yeah.
And I'm sure it's very dangerous out here.
It is. It's scary. I'm glad that I'm not alone as a woman out here, being homeless, because you hear the horror stories, and the place where we sleep at night. I've heard a couple of people tell me that a girl was raped and murdered there, and a couple of people have been kidnapped from that location. So, and everybody says, well, why don't you go, sleep where there's a group of people, or, we don't, because we like the quiet and we like the privacy. But at the same time, we're on guard all the time. Kind of sleep with one eye open. Yeah.
Have your things ever been stolen out here?
No, not yet. We've been lucky, but not yesterday morning, but the day before, we woke up to fire. Someone had lit cardboard that was laying around, or whatever, they had lit it on fire, and we only had like 2 gallons of water, but I mean, it was smoking pretty hard. It was obvious that it was intentionally set.
Wow, that's messed up.
Yeah, it is. So
scary.
that was kind of scary. Yeah.
Is your family still back in Indiana?
Yes. Yep. I have a mother, 2 sons. My father is still alive, and a sister and a brother. Older brother, younger sister. I told Mom when I was leaving home that Indiana just didn't feel like home to me anymore. It never really has. I've always liked to travel. I lived in San Diego when I was only 17. I came all the way out here, and then Kentucky, and I've lived all over, and I can't seem to stay put, I guess. So if I had the money to buy an RV or a motorhome, that's what I would do.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Yes.
Where do you see yourself in 3 months?
Hopefully in an apartment, or at least with a vehicle. Yeah, we're hoping to get a truck by Christmas time. So
Nice.
yeah.
And then after being homeless for the past 13 months, I believe you said? No, was it? No, 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. Yeah.
2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So after being out here in California for the past 13 months, what's the most important lesson that you've learned?
Well, I think the most important lesson, wow. I don't know. God, that's hard. Honestly, always make sure you have water, because you never know when you're going to need it. Water and blankets.
Yeah, it's getting cold for sure.
Yeah.
And if you could have some kind of dream job, or you could get a job like right now that you would want, or something you're qualified for, what would that be?
I'm sorry, could you repeat it? What kind
Like
of job?
if you could get a dream job, like you've always wanted to be this, or something that you're qualified for, that you'd like to get back into?
Honestly, I don't want. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a gymnast, but those days are over. Obviously, I did like bartending, but if I could get any job right now, it would be just a small assembly job or a factory job where I just go to work and I do what I'm told and I go home. Simple, you know. I don't like to manage people. I don't like to be in charge. I just want to blend in.
And do you by chance have any social media information, like a Cash App in case anybody wants to donate, or Facebook or anything like that?
I do have Cash App, and it's...
I'll give this to you so you can write it down. And then lastly, are you okay if we use the interview on our YouTube channel?
That's fine.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, Carol.
Yes, thank you. My pleasure.